Hey, what's up, my wolf pack? It's Wolfmaster, and today I'm coming at you with another Card Fight Vanguard deck profile. Today I'm going to be showing my Tachikaze deck, but right now, I don't have any strides for it at the moment. I mean, I will, as soon as, I can get them. But, yeah, right now, this is how the main deck is going to be, when I get the strides. So, let me just show you guys what I have right now. I'm still doing the Ancient Dragon build, so, yeah. Excuse me. Anyway, here's my starter, which is Ancient Dragon Baby Rex. This card's ability is that when it's placed from the rearguard circle into the drop zone, you can take a copy of Ancient Dragon Tyranno Legend from your deck and call it to the rearguard circle and shuffle your deck. So, he's pretty good. He helps you, set up, your field. For a Pearly Titan, if you guys don't know what he does, basically when you stride him, you get rid of one of your rear guards and one of your opponents, and if the total is 20,000 or more, then, yeah, I think he gets +1 critical. So, yeah. That's why I run him in here. And after that, 4 Ancient Dragon Dinodile, which is the critical trigger, and his ability is that you can place him from the rear guard into the soul to unflip a card in your damage zone. And after that, 4 copies of Ancient Dragon Flame Maiden, which is a critical trigger. 4 copies of Ancient Dragon Titan Cargo, a draw trigger. And finally, 4 copies of Ancient Dragon Orith Healer, which is, of course, the heal trigger. Alright, next up for my Grade 1 lineup, 4 Ancient Dragon Paraswall, which is the perfect guard of the deck. Get rid of a card in your hand, and then whatever's attacking, it's completely blocked. Alright, next up is 4 Ancient Dragon Iguanogorg. He's one of the more important Grade 1s in this deck. His ability is that when he's placed into the drop zone from your rear guard, and you have Ancient Dragon Vanguard, then you can counterblast 1 and call this unit from the drop zone to an open rearguard circle. Well, to any rearguard circle, it doesn't necessarily have to be open. Okay, next up is 3 Ancient Dragon Gatling Garo. His ability is that when he attacks an opponent's Vanguard, you can choose one of your rear guards and retire it, and then he gets plus 5,000 power until the end of the turn. Yeah, for those of you who know, my second video that I've done was my Tachikaze deck, and I used to have Sonic Noah in here, but I feel like this card works better for 2 reasons. 1, he's an Ancient Dragon, and the other part is that he helps me get rid of my rear guards. I mean, that's what Tachikaze basically is. They get rid of their own rear guards so they can gain power. So, it's similar to Shadow Paladins. And finally, for my Grade 1s is 3 Ancient Dragon Tri-Plasma. With his ability, if he's in the rear guard and he attacks an opponent's Vanguard, if your Vanguard has Ancient Dragon in its name, he gets plus 3,000 power until the end of that battle. So yeah, he's pretty useful. Alright, now coming in with my Grade 2 lineup is 4 Ancient Dragon Knight Armor. His ability is that when he attacks an opponent's Vanguard and your Vanguard is in Legion, you can retire one of your rear guards, and if you do, this unit gets plus 5,000 power, and if his attack hits, you can choose one card from your damage zone and flip it face up. So that's good considering, like, some cards in the deck are counterblast heavy. No, I mean, not necessarily counterblast heavy, but, you know, he's a good option to have in the deck. Like, that's why I run 4. And then, that's 4 Ancient Dragon Tyrannobite. He's the Legion mate of the boss card in this deck, which is Tyrannoquake, which you'll see in a second. His ability is when he's sent from the rear guard to the drop zone and you have a Vanguard with Ancient Dragon in its name, you counterblast 1, and then you can call this back to the rear guard. So it's basically a grade 2 Iguanogorg. And finally, for my grade 2s are 3 Ancient Dragon Dino Crowd. Basically, the grade 2 version of Gatling Garo. Choose one of your rear guards with Ancient Dragon in its name, and this unit gets plus 5,000 power until the end of that battle. Like, I was running Ancient Dragon Bimanculo, but I feel like this card works a lot better. For those of you who don't know, Bimanculo is basically the 12k attacker for Ancient Dragons. Just stack those there. Okay, and then for my grade 3s, 2 Ancient Dragon Tyranno Legend. Yes, I still run this card because, like, for one thing, I can get him out with Baby Rex. And, like, I mean, his limit break is pretty decent. His limit break is that when he attacks an opponent's Vanguard, you can choose 3 rear guards with Ancient Dragon in their name, retire them, and then this unit gets 10,000 power plus a critical. And his other ability is that when he's in the Vanguard circle, you can counterblast 2 cards with Ancient Dragon in its name to add an extra 5,000 power. I mean, I don't really, like, ride this card. I mean, but if I have to, he's a good option to have. Plus, you know, with Baby Rex in here, it's good to get him out into the rear guard for some extra power. Or if I need to use a Pearly Titans effect next turn. And then next up is 3 Ancient Dragon Spino Driver, which is the Break Ride unit. His ability, his limit break ability is that when a Tachikaze rides on top of him, you can choose 2 of your rear guards and retire them, draw 2 cards, and then your Vanguard gets 10,000 power plus a critical. And his other ability is that if the number of rear guards you have is more than your opponent's, he gets an extra 2,000 power until the end of that battle. But he has to be the Vanguard, though. So I run this because 2 things, like, I mean, it helps me retire units, plus it helps me get a little card advantage. And finally, the boss unit, which is Ancient Dragon Tyrannoquake, which, of course, his Legion mate is the Tyrannobite you guys saw a few minutes ago. His ability is that during your battle phase, when your rear guard with the same name as this unit in the Vanguard, as a unit in your Vanguard circle, is sent to the drop zone, and if this card is in Legion, it gets an extra 5,000 power plus a critical. Well, and that ability can't be used for the rest of the turn. So it's either if you retire him or Tyrannobite. And his other ability is that When this unit attacks a Vanguard, you may choose one of your rear guards and retire it, and this unit gets plus 5,000 power, so you could use his ability to retire Tyrannobite and then bring back Tyrannobite with its skill, and that would give it 10,000 power and a crit right there. So right now, that's my current Tachikaze deck. Like I said, I don't have the Stride units yet. But yeah, like when I do, I'm going to put in 4 of the Ancient Dragon, Pearly Titan. I plan to put in 2 Snow Element Blizza in the deck because, I mean, he's a decent card to run. And he really is. Like, in case you just want to set up like a power play a little later. And of course, I do plan to run 2 of the Destruction Tyrant Arch Raider. And his ability is that when he attacks an opponent's Vanguard, you can retire one of your rear guards and he gets plus 5,000 power. And if the attack hits the opponent's Vanguard, you can choose one of your opponent's rear guards and retire it. So that's pretty decent. And like, I just gotta get those cards. So anyway, that's my current Tachikaze deck. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments below. And also, I wanted to mention, like, I realize I haven't really been showing a lot of decks on the channel, like, and I do plan to change up some decks soon. Like, of course, like, the Murakumo deck and the Mega Colony, like, they both don't have strides right now. Same with my Pale Moon deck. And I gotta alter my Shadow Paladin Witches a little bit, like get the new Critical Trigger, the new Perfect Guard. But yeah, I do plan to show those like when I can. So be sure to Break Ride, Legion Mate, and stride that like button, because all that stuff is good for the Vanguard. So keep howling my wolf pack, and I'll see you in the next video. Ow!